All right, KuperMeister, who's random Protoss on the top left of Ohana, and we've got Valverde or Valverde in the bottom right. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Honest. All right, so obviously, you know, Coop played last year and got pretty far. So we know he can play Zerg, but can he play Protoss? I have no idea. He's going for this sort of looking to wall off at the lower ramp. And yeah, against Protoss, don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. You know, in general, your wall off is most important against Zerg. Against the other races, it can be useful to prevent a scout, but you know, it's not as crucial. So I don't mind the slightly slower wall off down at the bottom here. Valverde sends a worker in to have a look around, sees that the gas has gone down, sees that there's nothing suspicious, I guess. Double gas at home for Valverde before side core, which that's a lot of gas. So we'll find out if that's a plan or if that's just, you know, a mistake fairly shortly. Really, as soon as the side core finishes up, we'll find out. Once the side core finishes, you can spend gas. So we'll find out if Valverde is doing a really quick. It doesn't look like it, does it? Because the side core has finished and no gas has been spent. Gateways are coming down, and he's going to chrono out. He's going to chrono out the warp kit. So this could be a 4-gate build. There is a pylon here on the other side of the map. So unfortunately, I had to trap the workers, so he's cancelled that pylon. That is always frustrating when that happens. First Stalker is out, and this could win. Although 3 gets at home for KuperMeister. If KuperMeister gets a whiff of this, I'd be suspicious at this moment, because KuperMeister has just scouted and seen that there's no expo. 4 minutes, no expo. I'd be thinking, right, something is up here. He doesn't see this. It's on the high ground. So that the other gateway coming in here is going to allow for very fast warp-ins. So Valverde can be building off 5 gateways at a time, and this is a lot of Stalker. There are Stalkers here with Zealots, but there's no shield battery yet. The Robo can help out a lot. He needs to let the Zealots through and move these Stalkers back to let the Zealots get on top of these Stalkers, and then they can start putting some hurt on them. If you let Zealots get on top of Stalkers, Zealots are tough and they can do well. If this shield battery finishes up and the Immortal comes out, this push is over. I don't know what's happened. I've got a freeze up. Oh, okay. So the shield battery finishing up is probably within range of the Nexus, and the Nexus probably can overcharge that. So I'm worried for Valverde here. Now that the Immortal is out as well, it's going to be a tough push. I don't know why he stopped. I feel like before the Immortal came out, he had a chance to break. There weren't enough gateways for KuperMeister. Really, there should have been more Stalkers. But once the Zealots try and get on top of your Stalkers, you do need to pull them back. You've got to be pulling back the Stalkers. You shouldn't really be losing them to Zealots. So Cooper comes up here and is going to know what is going on, but all he saw was the Robo. Doesn't know that there is actually a mining nexus here as well. The observer on the other side of the map, of course, is going to be a bit of a tell. If you realize your opponent doesn't have an expo in their natural yet, that's going to make you very suspicious indeed. That is a lot of gateways for KuperMeister, and so he's going to go marching across the map. He's just going to ignore this for the time being. Now, when this turns up at the other side of the map, Valverde's got 2 choices. He can recall his units home, or he can go and counter. The charged Zealots are straight in amongst stuff, and they're going to start crunching through stuff pretty quickly here. There are no shield batteries. These Stalkers idle need to get something done on the other side of the map if Valverde is to have a chance here. But they're not moving. They're just kind of hanging out, and Yeah, the first Immortal is going to come out. He's mining with 9 workers here, but Charged Zealot's getting on top of the Stalkers as well. I don't think Blink has been researched. It hasn't. And without Blink, Charged Zealots will beat Stalkers. There's no two ways about it. It'd be a shame to lose this Prism for no good reason, but it actually flukes high ground. It flew over the high ground there pretty much just because it was running away and can no longer be seen by the Stalkers. Valverde, you had an opportunity to counter, although to be fair to you, there were a lot of Charged Zealots back at the base here. So KuperMeister is way ahead in army supply, is ahead in workers, and with this observer coming across and having a look here, you sort of feel like this game does not have long left to run. Decides not to try and push into the choke, and that's probably the right choice. You know, once the charge, so many charge lots, once they get surface area, they will kill most things. Without surface area, then they're never very efficient. So, you know, trying to fight up a ramp, we've seen it quite a few times, especially with melee units. It's generally a no-no. However, that said, Zealots are pretty tough units, and that was an overwhelming number of them. So they would have ground their way up there eventually. But anyway, it is KuperMeister that goes 1-0. GG.